the Office of the Consumer Counsel is really the primary alternative to the testimony that's brought forward before peer proceedings to the utility perspective. The Office of the Consumer Counsel is our representation and representing our perspective. And in the absence of their strong advocacy on behalf of the ratepayers, the primary testimony, the primary interrogatory and the conversation that happens is on behalf of the utility companies, which is on behalf of their shareholders, certainly not the ratepayers. And so if you look at the 2023-2024 investment from OCC before these proceedings, they actually have a 7,550% ROI for every dollar spent by their agency, recouped by the ratepayer, or that's benefit to the ratepayers, which actually comes out to being that their budget was $4.5 million plus or minus, and they resulted in savings of $350 million in ratepayer savings. And so, of course, that still doesn't address the fact that we are concerned about costs for ratepayers in Connecticut, but you certainly wouldn't end up with a better outcome for ratepayers if you took out their voice in these meetings. And so I strongly support anything that we can do that makes sure that the Office of the Consumer Counsel has counterweight expertise to the utilities as they go forward in their proceedings. And I want to also share that it's not just in Connecticut on the ratepayer impact that we have to look at, but transmission planning that happens in the Northeast region for only $120K of investment by OCC resulted in about a $1 million reduction before FERC. And so we really do see a really positive benefit for the ratepayers for the action of the Office of Consumer Counsel. And because of the expertise that they have, they rely on consultants to be able to do the good work and, you know, I don't know if counterbalance is the right term, but counterbalance the influence of the utility companies as they go forward in these proceedings. We need our representative, which is the Office of the Consumer Counsel. So I just strongly support anything we can do that better leverages their resources, because any dollar spent by OCC should be viewed as a sort of a positive investment, a positive benefit for the ratepayers. And I have said this a bunch of times, but I wish the General Assembly wrote fiscal notes not just based on expenditure, especially when we have strong evidence about return on investment for expenditures. That's just not the way any of our fiscal notes are ever written. But I think you can have more long-term planned policy if we consider how effective demonstrated work is a positive ROI for our consumers and our constituents. I think we're better off if we look at fiscal notes that way, but that's just not the way the fiscal notes are. And so with that context, I think it's important to just share that it's a good return on investment for ratepayers to fund OCC in any way that they can use their resources better. So thank you, Mr. Chair.